And just like that, he's gone again. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. Before I get into this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. So news has just broken out from Sean Ross Sapp that Andrade will be making his way out of the WWE. It's still hazy on the details whether he was the one who pulled the trigger or WWE released him, but it's been told and it's been said that this has been something that has been brewing within the last week. And Andrade is one of those guys who, as soon as word broke out that Triple H was going to be taking over the creative for the main roster, that him, Andrade, Miro, who moved on from AEW, it became abundantly clear that they were going to try to make their way back to the WWE and back into the arms of Triple H, right? And who's to blame them, right? If you think about it, during the days when Triple H was running the NXT Black and Gold brand, these were guys who were booked as strongly as they've ever been in their whole career under Triple H. So it makes sense that they would want to go back to the guy who they trust, or who they think will put them in the best position to showcase what they could do, right? And ever since he's coming off this feud with him and Carmelo Hayes, best of 7 feud that they had going on, it really feels as if Andrade has been MIA. And when we first started, getting these reports, and it became abundantly clear that WWE was going to be acquiring AAA, we would have thought that guys like Andrade were going to be one of the guys who were going to be the main feature players of this, merger that was going on. They had him going out there as being one of the representatives when they were doing one of the press conferences. People were kind of, eyeballing his facial expressions, the way that he was reacting. Some people were saying that he looked unhappy to be there. Other people were saying that people were thinking, too much into it. But who knows? He was one of the guys who they had on stage during those presentations, and now he's just gone. Now, reports are coming out that, he didn't really burn a bridge with AEW. The way that he left the company was on good terms. If you guys remember when Tony Khan was discussing this, he said that, maybe in the future we could work together, but if he's leaving AEW, he's leaving on a high note after his last match that took place with them. So it feels as if that there's a possibility that he could go back there. They have that working relationship with CMLL. The Continental Classic is coming up sooner rather than later, so that could be a logical spot for him to make his return back to AEW. I think a lot of people, due to the fact that at the time, him being married to Charlotte and it not being publicly out there that him and Charlotte weren't together anymore, I think that most people thought that was going to be the reason why that he wanted to be in WWE outside of him returning to Triple H. And with them no longer being together and with him not being booked probably to his satisfaction, it makes sense to where he would want to move on, and this would be beneficial for him at this juncture in his career. He can work the independents, go back to AEW, go back to Mexico where he is revered and respected. So this might have been one of those moments where it's best for everybody to just move on. And it's an opportunity for him to show what he could do on a regular basis, because we haven't seen Andrade in a hot minute. I thought that there was some type of potential with him teaming up with Rey Fenix, even though I'm pretty sure that most people would have wanted Rey Fenix to be teaming up with his brother. But him and Andrade, that's a nice pairing as well. But hey, this guy, he's kind of like, the modern day Dusty Rhodes. If you guys remember, in the sense that he's not necessarily married to one promotion for a long time. Andrade is the true definition of a freelance wrestler if you really look at his career in the last, handful of years, right? The guy, he's not married to one promotion for a long time. He goes from spot to spot, and we're going to be seeing a new opportunity for him to do what he does at a high level. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you want him to return to AEW? Do you think that that's a possibility? Are you disappointed that it didn't work out with him in WWE again? What is your favorite match of Andrade's career? It could be one of his matches in WWE, NXT, AEW, Mexico. Let me know in that comment section. And guys, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker.